So I'm an ER doctor, and I want to tell you about one of the most interesting cases I've come across in my medical career. This woman in her 30s was brought to the emergency department by her family for delusions. She had had delusions that essentially people were conspiring against her, that people had made threats against her and her family. She had been to the psychiatrist several times, was placed on psychiatric medications, but the interesting thing was she wasn't really responding to the medicines at all. So we ran some lab tests on her and got a more detailed history. In the history, I found out that essentially she'd had other symptoms that were a little more concerning, like some unexpected weight loss and some skin-related issues that couldn't really be reasoned out with her psychiatric diagnosis or medications. I had her admitted to the hospital for a more detailed evaluation and kind of lost track of things from there. So fast forward maybe about 6 months later, I see the same woman in the emergency department, this time for a simple complaint. When I was talking to her and her family, they told me the interesting story of what had happened. Ultimately, she was diagnosed with celiac disease. Now, celiac disease is an autoimmune disorder that primarily affects your digestive system. So it's triggered by eating gluten. So when you eat gluten, your body has an immunologic response that damages your intestine and impairs your ability to absorb nutrients. But it can also have other effects outside of your GI tract. So they took her off of gluten, and essentially the psychosis completely resolved. She was taken off of all of her medications and had no further psychiatric symptoms whatsoever. This case is a lesson to patients and doctors alike to look beyond the obvious and consider all possible causes of somebody's symptoms. Things are not always what they seem, guys. Till next time.